Hello and welcome and happy Tuesday. It's This Is Going Well, I Think, with David Cooper, and I'm your host, David Cooper. It's This Is Going Well, I Think, the show where no one's listening, no one cares, the show where every episode's the last episode. Today, the second installment of our segment, What's Weird About You? My friend Tony Five from England and I are going to interview someone who we used to work with a lot, the technical producer, or more affectionately, board op, of the commercial overnight radio show that I used to do. His name is Tony Tedesco, and Tony Five and I are going to find out what's weird about him. Oh, and I'm going to do that by guessing what's weird about him. Cue the music!
There he is.
Oh,
there he is. Look at him.
There he is. The band's back together.
Look at us.
Oh, yes.
The 3 T's and 1 dick. 2 testicles and a David.
There we go. That's what it is. You know, when I was a kid in high school, this actually is probably one of the weird things about me, but this is not the one we planned with your producer, Danny. I got picked on a little bit as a kid, and my last name being Tedesco, they used to, I don't know, somehow somebody turned it into the extra...
Tabasco! Was it Tabasco?
Extra testicle.
Oh.
Somehow somebody took my last name and turned it into the extra testicle. And I don't know... Like, when I look back now, I mean, really? Was that really that much of an insult? I mean, all the testosterone for me.
Who's calling?
Who's calling?
I don't know. Sorry about that.
He's on the line with the bank. I have a friend. He used to be a PJ.
You have a friend? Wait a minute. Wait, Tony, did you hear that?
David has a friend. Yeah.
I know, right? Weird.
That's it. That's my story. No, he was like a VJ or a PJ on YTV when we were kids. His name is Simon Mohos, and when he was a kid, he revealed to me that he was bullied as Seaman Homo.
Nice.
Oh, it's terrible, right?
Well, I think it's hilarious, but yeah.
Kids are mean. That's what it is.
My dad used to call me Little Davy Pooper, and I thought he was making fun of me. And then when I was like, I don't know, 20, I thought, your last name's Cooper too.
He's a dick.
And his first name's Richard, so he's Dick Pooper.
Wow.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, intelligence didn't flow well in your family, did it? In the Cooper household?
No.
David, I've got a new theme tune for our episode today. What's weird about you? You. What's weird about you? You. What's weird about you?
Wow.
I know, right?
Tony's so creative, eh?
So creative.
I know, right?
How are you, Tony Five? I haven't seen you in so long.
Oh, man, I'm still good, still black, still bald. But apart from that, we are going well. You're looking fantastic, by the way. I'm loving your food processor in the background.
Yeah, my mixer. Yeah. Welcome to my kitchen, by the way. Welcome to my kitchen.
You got a fancy, what do you call it, a KitchenAid. Oh.
Yeah, I like to bake. I like to cook. This was given to me, actually. A cousin of mine got a brand new one, and she knew that I wanted a KitchenAid, so she said, Merry Christmas, here you go. And that was a couple of years ago.
That's quite a Zoom flex, the KitchenAid. And that's almost as much as a flex as the full bookshelf that, you know, professors and stuff I'll have to have, yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't have that many books, so I can't flex that.
I just have an extra coat rack and some garbage on my floor.
And I can't read, so we actually know now. I know what Tony's weirdness is, David, a weird fact about young Tony T. You can start to guess, but it's one that do you know what? Knowing what Tony does in his free time and what he used to do after the show, it's surprising. It's not weird, it is surprising. Right, Tony?
Yeah, I think a lot of people basically don't. A lot of people do this. What this weird thing is that I can't do or don't do. So yeah.
It's what weird thing you're unable to do.
I think I might have given away a lot there. Yeah. It's a weird thing about me, and it's something that, I can't do that most people can.
Whoa. It's not masturbate, is it? You can do that, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You're in Canada. You can't plead the fifth. Okay, so it's nothing sexual.
No, no, I wouldn't come on here and talk about sexual stuff. Why would I do that, David Cooper?
But remember, David, Canada's an island, David.
True.
What do you need to do on an island, David?
Okay, I already know it. It's swim. You can't swim.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That ends the entire segment. What the heck?
Fucking useless bullshit.
This is the second time this has happened because someone gives me too much of a hint.
Yeah.
How was that a good hint? It could have been anything.
If you can't do it, it might involve your hands, and you need to do it on an island.
Could have been reading a map. It could have been having a compass. It could have been anything from that Castaway film. For fuck's that documentary with Tom Hanks, god damn it. It always lets me down.
Well, he knows I can read a compass because I go hiking all the time. So obviously I can do that.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought he wouldn't get it because you go hiking. You're an all-round Canadian adventurer, like a fake Mountie.
Oh, yeah, but I'm not going to go anywhere near water. Hiking, I mean, like, trails. I'll climb, up big hills and, pretty much.
Inland.
Is it because you've never tried it, and so you're worried you can't swim, or when you've been in the water, you start to sink?
Two things. And here's the most important one was I couldn't open my eyes underwater. It just used to sting way too much. And it's actually the fear of being unable to see. Underwater, my ears are plugged with water, so I had no sense of direction. I had no idea where I was, had no idea where I was going. I didn't know what was up, what was down. And my parents just never bought me, when I was a kid, the goggles for swimming. All the other kids had goggles. I didn't. So I'd go into the water and close my eyes like, obviously this is a podcast and people can't see me, but there I am, with my eyes clenched closed. So the water with chlorine in it doesn't sting my eyes. And I just didn't know where I was going, what I was doing. So I never learned. And then the few times that I jumped in and tried, it just didn't work out. I was in a wave pool once and nearly got taken under. So I was like, forget this, And it's funny because I have an amazing pool in my building and I've been meaning to actually learn.
Brilliant.
You got a pool in your building, so it's not for lack of access here.
Yeah, no. It's just that I actually posted something on the condo Facebook group asking if anybody in the building would teach me, since we have such a big pool. And then I even bought the goggles, and then I never got around to it because I was so busy hiking on weekends.
But that post that you put up was a bit freaky, though. It's just a picture of your face and show me how to get wet. Right?
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Women ages 30 to 50 only apply, attractive required. Yeah.
Mrs. Doris from number 89 was like, no way, not again, Jesus, not again. Well, I learned how to swim because I was waterboarded once, so that's always a good way to start.
That's a good way to start.
That is, yeah.
Apparently, in some Eastern European countries, they just literally throw the baby in, a pool, and that's how they learn to swim. Because kids have got a natural... Have you thought about doing that? Just throwing yourself in
the deep end? Near a lifeguard. What about when the lifeguard's on duty? Just jump in the deep end and see what happens.
Yeah. No, actually, I took swimming lessons. I got the first and second level. So, I mean, I do an amazing dead man's float, ironically. But yeah, I mean, I get face down in the water. I can float, but that's the only time I can float. Every other time, I just sink to the bottom. It's really weird.
Do you have those little things, that inflatable things, water wings?
No, I've never even tried with those. Like I said, I took a couple of lessons when I was like in my teens, but I think by that time, the fear is already embedded in you. Like yeah. So
yeah. Can you ride a bike?
I can ride a bike. I'm actually really good. I cycle almost all the time. Ride a bike to work, or I used to actually really love going out on my bike. So
that's why at least you can ride a bike. So swimming's not that big a deal. I mean, the only reason I would not know, I fell in love with that mermaid from Splash, Daryl Hannah. That was my first ever crush, and I remember thinking if I couldn't swim, me and her would never have that like happy ever after, or happy ending as we call it here in the UK.
I fell in love with that fish man from The Shape of Water, so you and I are pretty much the same.
No way, that fish monster.
The sexual fish monster.
Is it terrible that I just pictured you as Tony Five as the lobster in that Disney movie?
Sebastian!
Under the sea.
Falling in love with mermaids. There you go.
Love it.
I love, okay, forget the swimming, whatever. It's done. I guessed it too quickly. It's nice to get the band back together. I feel like the three of us haven't been on a Zoom call where me and Tony are annoying you and you're there being like, should I really do this? Except then it was your job that you were paid for. Now I don't even know why you're here, but it's nice to have you back.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm pretty sure I mentioned before, anytime you want me on, I'd love to join in and have a chat with you. I mean, this is like, you're right. This is like old days back at the Bell Media studio.
The problem is that you're a professional, and by hanging out with us, your resume is actually sinking very, very slow. I mean, you're quite well respected in your role in Bell Media. Unfortunately, David and I are like the lead anchors, to your succession as rising up.
I think it's always best to put your toes into as much as you can, as many waters as you can, because I can't swim. Did you get that?
I feel like we're the Jeffrey Epstein to your Prince Andrew.
Mm-hmm,
Oh,
you're the Maxine Ghislaine Maxine. I should know her name. Ghislaine Maxwell. We're the Jizz. So that's it. We're the Jizz.
We're the Jizz.
So I'm going to tell you, like, I think David's extremely, extremely talented. Not going to say anything about you there, Tony Five.
Thank you.
But I think David is extremely, extremely talented.
I'm very talented, and Tony Five is here. Yeah, that's it. Present.
And I think that David will go places. I mean,
I'll stop it.
No, for real. I've always thought that about you.
And yet here we are a year later.
I like that I get recognition just for attendance. That was like like when you give the really special kid at class a certificate just for turning up. That's what I've got.
I'll give you the gold star, Tony Five. How's that? Yeah, there you go.
And I'll eat it because I don't know what to do with these things. Exactly.
Well, how are things otherwise, Tony? You're producing for Jim Bartholomew Richards, the radio personality extraordinaire. How are things otherwise?
That's going well, I think. And that's almost the name of your podcast, isn't it?
That's the name of the podcast, yeah.
There we go. Yeah. So no, it's going well. I mean, new year, new everything. We're going to try and I think you've spoken to Jim about this. We're going to try and change a couple of things up just to refreshen things. My hours have moved a little bit just so that I have a little bit more time to prep rather than staying really late but it affects the front end. So I'm excited about that. It's going well. I mean, look, I've always said that I feel special for being allowed to work with somebody like Jim. That's always been my attitude towards it. And, there are days that I'm a grumpy person, and I think...
You are?
No, really? When?
I don't know you that way.
Yeah, no, I've got a tattoo of Oscar the Grouch. So I mean, some days it's a little difficult for whatever reason. A lot of the time it's, mental health challenges or whatever the case may be. But I'm grateful that I get to work with someone so talented and so creative. And that's the thing. He's one of the most creative people on the radio, and it's awesome to watch the magic happen and awesome to be a part of it. So that's really, I mean, hey, don't we all wish we could get, paid more or
blowjobs
and paid more. Yeah.
Anything extra is awesome.
At the barber with the hairdryer, a blowjob. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Always, David.
Yeah, it's going well. Life is good. I can't complain. I'm still living in my humble little condo, which I absolutely love.
With a swimming pool.
With a swimming pool and a KitchenAid mixer. That's not a bad life. You should bring the mixer into the pool No, that doesn't work. You'll electrocute everyone. Yeah, that's like putting the toaster in the bathtub. That's not a good idea. Yeah,
David, this is what happened with Mrs. Doris at 89. She never liked it. Never liked it.
Yeah.
Tony T, it's a pleasure having you on whatever the show is. A quick appearance is a good appearance. And yeah, I'm going to see you tonight on Jim's show, I guess.
I will talk to you tonight on Jim's show, yes.
I won't be there tomorrow night. And I tell you this because this show often includes scheduling as part of the show. It's some of the best parts of the show are at the end when my guests are like, so what date can you do this again? It's my favorite part, really.
I mean, Tony, when the best part of a show involves calendar invites, it's all gone wrong, yeah?
Maybe.
Tony, thank you for coming. Mr. Tedesco Tony and Mr. 5 Tony. It's the double Tony. We're getting double T'd right here.
Double T's, I'm telling you. It's more like being tea-bagged, I guess, was what you'd call it.
Something like that.
Yes.
Wow, look at that. We had a plot arc for this show.
We didn't even know it.
We followed all the writing that we had prepped for this. All right, I'm ending this.
David, I do listen in, so just so you know, maybe not every episode, but as often as I can. It always makes man. Listen, I'm so proud of you, and I hope that I hope that you kick all the podcasts asses out there, especially what's his face, the dumbass that I can't stand. I can't even remember his name right now.
Rojogan?
Rojogan, yeah. Just kick his ass, man. Just kick his ass.
Joe Rojogan. All right, Tony, thanks for the kind words.
Cheers, brother.
See you later. Take care, T.